no place like the Q.
Coming across your airwaves, dance with me. It's an intersectional day, and it's gonna bring you the weekly.
Family, is the news overwhelming? Is it just too much? Well, I get you, and I got you.
Yeah.
Family, this is your favorite queer radio personality, Anna Deshawn, and this is Queer News, your favorite weekly news pod where race and sexuality meet politics, culture, and entertainment. This is your number one stop for queer news done right, only on E3 Radio.
We all watch the videos, right? We know that we are watching people be disappeared, thrown into trucks by masked individuals that are not identifiable, that are driving unmarked vehicles, that are chasing and hunting people down. I didn't know what was going to be next in that moment. But it is extremely important for us right now to continue to lead with courage, even though it's scary. It's important right now for us to utilize every single tool that we have at our disposal. Making sure you have legal counsel and allowing them to guide you in the most appropriate ways is a way to do that. And there are so many other organizing techniques in this moment that's going to allow us to continue to fight back fascism.
That was a clip from the interview I did with Alderperson Fuentes last October when she got wrongly arrested by ICE. Do y'all remember that story? It went viral across the interwebs because we yearn, for our politicians to take a stand the way she did. I'm playing that clip because we've got a new development in this story, and I want y'all to stay close to hear the details. And I don't want us to forget that ICE is still in our communities. Just because you're not hearing about it every day does not mean they aren't here. They are. And we need to abolish ICE. Aye, 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 we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. We moved the substack. We did it. We moved. We did. We own. A substack. I don't know. I don't know where it came from, but we did do it. We moved everybody to Substack. And let me just tell you, there has already been an increase in engagement. More people watched and engaged with my exclusive QCrew video than ever before. Okay, so early signs indicate this was already a good move. Okay. Now, like I said in the email, all of the subscribers received independent LGBTQ plus journalism relies entirely on stakeholders like you who's listening to this podcast to stay alive. There is no federal money for us. There is barely any healthcare funding anymore for certain initiatives. Black women are the ones who looked out for me, inside of these corporate spaces, but they've been pushed out the workforce. This work survives because you continue to listen and support. So I'm betting on myself once again. You know what's funny about betting on yourself is that when you do it once, it gets easier the second time. It gets even easier the third time. Child, I've been on this journey now for 5 years, Betting on myself, pivoting, taking chances, taking these big leaps. Child, it's still scary, but it's easier, Because there will be people who don't move. There'll be people who are paying on Kit who don't move their subscriptions to Substack. There will be people who will just by accident or maybe on purpose because life is hard, what they were given before they can't give anymore. And this move brings it to their attention. All these things are possible. And I'm betting on myself that moving to Substack, increasing our discoverability is going to bring in more than we had before. So we've got a bold goal, to reach 10,000 subscribers by October of 2027. So we can build a sustainable platform that thrives, not just survives. And so with that, if you haven't signed up for our Substack, what are you waiting for? I've been working on this list of lesbian-owned businesses in the Chicagoland area. If you follow me on social, you've seen it. And guess where this list is going to live? That's right, on our Substack. Now, free subscribers are going to get our top 10. And the QCrew, they going to get the whole list. So you should just sign up for the QCrew right now. It starts as low as $5 a month, queernewspod.substack.com. It's in the show notes, but let me tell you again, queernewspod.substack.com. Come on, join the movement. Let's go. QCrew. I'd like to thank you. Thank you for your continued commitment to helping me sustain this podcast. Thank you. Thank you for your patience and care as we move your subscriptions from Kit to Substack. Thank you. You helped to cover the cost of our editor, Ryan, who I quite literally wouldn't want to do this podcast without. So once again, family, if you believe in the work we do, if you believe LGBTQ stories need to be amplified, if you love and respect how I report on the news and tell our stories, join the QCrew. Where you joining at? queernewspod.substack.com. And a link is in the show notes. And don't forget the Queer News tip line is always open for you. 24/7, 365. You got a local news story, got a queer org folks you know about, got a song coming out. Send me a voicemail, a queer news tip, so I can put it on the pod, okay? How to submit is in the show notes. Now for the news. This week on the Queer News Podcast, our top story remembers Juniper Blessing, a trans student at UW who was brutally murdered earlier this month. In Colorado, the Supreme Court just voted to reinstate gender-affirming care for young people. Come on now, this is a big win. We're gonna celebrate this. Now in Chicago, we have an update regarding Alderperson Fuentes' fight against ICE. And in culture and entertainment, the Black LGBTQ plus vertical dramedy Unrequited has been acquired by Slay Media and is taking over the interwebs. And we got to talk about the BET Black Iconic Soirée honorees. Let's get into it, family. For our top news story today, it's a sad one, and I want to give a content warning in case it's not on your docket for today. I'll give you a moment. Juniper Blessing, we speak your name today. Juniper was a trans student attending the University of Washington who was brutally murdered on campus earlier this month. Juniper was found stabbed to death around 10 p.m. in an off-campus housing laundry room on May 10th. Juniper's death is the 7th known death of a trans person in 2026. The University of Washington's president, Robert J. Jones, released his own statement filled with condolences to the family and to the student body, saying, quote, "There are no words that can express the profound loss of a student. While investigators have not yet identified a suspect or a motive, I want to recognize that when violence affects a trans person, it can be especially worrying to our LGBTQIA+ community members. Our division of student life is reaching out to students affected and providing support and resources to help them through this very difficult ordeal." End quote. As the case developed, Seattle Police Department, SPD, did identify a suspect, or rather, the suspect turned himself in. 31-year-old Christopher Michael Leahy turned himself into the police days after the murder, but the details around the why have yet to be revealed. He's currently in King County Jail with a $10 million bond keeping him behind bars. Juniper is remembered by her family as, quote, "the most amazing human being we have ever known. Highly intelligent, extremely talented, and deeply sensitive to the needs of others. Juniper's loss not only devastates us, but diminishes the world," end quote. Family, Juniper majored in atmospheric and climate science. Do you know how many people we need studying climate right now? The Trans Collective at UW and Gender Justice League hosted a space for healing and to remember Juniper earlier this month. The gathering was held on the University of Washington's campus and closed off to the media, as it should have been. Rest in peace, Juniper Blessing. Gone too soon. We gotta win, family. We got another win. Come on now. In Colorado this time, hospitals are once again required to provide gender-affirming care thanks to a new Supreme Court decision. The Colorado Supreme Court voted 5-2 in a ruling that determined that the Children's Hospital of Colorado participated in discrimination by essentially phasing out of providing gender-affirming care to minors in the face of the Trump administration's crackdown on hospitals providing gender-affirming care nationwide. This decision sets a wonderful precedent for local state governments to take a stand against Trump's transphobic rhetoric and policies and simply say, no, we're going to do what's right and not deny life-saving health care for those in need. The Children's Hospital of Colorado stopped providing gender-affirming care for minors back in January, shortly after Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who I love to call completely unhinged, because he is, opened his mouth to declare that gender-affirming care for minors was, quote, neither safe nor effective. Can I add idiotic to this too? Come on, give me some more adjectives. Upon deciding the ruling, the Colorado Supreme Court wrote, quote, even without analyzing the desperate treatment between transgender and cisgender youth, CHC's policy to suspend providing medical gender-affirming care explicitly discriminates against patients because of their gender identity, end quote. Let me say it again for those in the back who may not have heard me the first time. The Children's Hospital of Colorado explicitly discriminated against their patients due to their gender identity. The hospital's cis patients receive the same beta blockers and other medications that their trans youth also needed in their gender-affirming care. And yet, the care was denied due to the fact that it was gender-affirming. Ain't that about a child? And this is what's happening around the country and right here in my city. Additionally, the court pointed out the effect on the youth seeking gender-affirming care that was suddenly ripped away from them with no explanation. The majority of the court wrote, quote, petitioners and other transgender youth who sought such care from CHC were suddenly abandoned during a precarious time, end quote. It seems that politicians' prejudice continues to prey on the most vulnerable class of us, right? But thankfully, the courts are fighting back. Thankfully, we have people on our side, family. I'm telling you right now, we are losing some battles, but we're winning some battles too. And we will never lose this war because queer folks ain't going nowhere. Trans folks aren't going anywhere. They cannot erase us. We won't let it happen. But what we do need to do is call to account all of our politicians who are not following Colorado's example here. Y'all know a couple of weeks ago, we reported about the federal case in Oregon that declared that the Trump administration cannot withhold Medicare or Medicaid funding to hospitals providing gender-affirming care. It is illegal. He cannot do that anymore. And we need our attorney generals in these states to stand up to Trump because it is in fact discriminatory. Now my hope is that this precedent becomes a ripple effect. This is my hope. For our next political story, family, we have an update on Alderperson Fuentes' legal battle against ICE agents in the aftermath of her conflict during what was called Operation Midway Blitz here in Chicago. Alderperson Fuentes has moved forward with suing the ICE agents who brutally handcuffed her while she was responding to a call from a constituent who was injured in a different encounter with ICE and was in need of assistance at Humboldt Park Health Hospital. Alderperson Fuentes filed the lawsuit on May 18th, and in a statement she shared that, quote, throughout Operation Midway Blitz, masked federal agents were terrorizing our communities, including using violence against this elected official. We must stand up for our rights and demand accountability, end quote. Now, the attorneys who represent Alderperson Fuentes added this, quote, by filing this lawsuit, Alderperson Fuentes is showing her community and her constituency the importance of standing up and holding accountable a government whose agents act as if they are above the law, end quote. This all originates from an altercation that happened between Alderperson Fuentes and ICE agents at Humboldt Park Health Hospital, in which Fuentes was shoved by a masked agent, handcuffed, and threatened with arrest simply for asking the agents if they had a signed judicial warrant for a patient they had detained. The altercation was captured on video and quickly gained traction on social media, and many Chicagoans calling for her immediate release. And according to our friends over at Windy City Times, Alderperson Fuentes' team hopes to gain compensation for damages and accountability for the ICE agents who were part of this and their unnecessary escalation tactics, disruption to the peace and safety of the public, and the physical and emotional distress they caused Alderperson Fuentes as a result of the arrest they carried out that day. Now, y'all already know we're going to keep following this story as it develops. And I'm going to reach out to the Alderperson's team and see if we can talk with the Alderperson again, because if you've got the means and the resources and a team around you, fighting the Trump administration in court is what we got to do right now. And everybody doesn't have that privilege. But I'm glad that the Alderperson is leveraging hers to do just that. Now feels like a great time to take a break. And when we get back, we're going to jump into some culture and entertainment. Stay close. If you're listening to this, it means we didn't sell this ad space. If you're listening to this, it means running ads on our podcast can actually work. You see what I did there? Do you need some promo? A little amplification? Hit us up at info@e3radio.fm. That's info@e3radio.fm. We have a platform. You should use it. Have you subscribed to the newsletter yet? We are on Substack now. What are you waiting for? queernewspod.substack.com. queernewspod.substack.com. Visit, put your email address in, then hit upgrade. Go $5 a month to really help us sustain this work. Family, we all we got. Welcome back to the show, family. Now, let's get into some culture and entertainment. Family, have you gotten into verticals? Have you watched a vertical yet? And if you're listening to this and you're like, Anna, what in the world is a vertical? Let me explain. Verticals are movies that are intentionally filmed in the format of a TikTok video or an Instagram reel, where you would scroll up to see the next part. I'm not gonna lie, okay? I watched Issa Rae's Vertical and I was stuck. It was really good. And I still want to go to the movies to watch a film horizontally. Okay, let's be very clear. 16:9, and these verticals are taking off. The first Black LGBTQ plus vertical is probably on a phone near you already. The vertical is titled Unrequited, and it follows the story of an introvert on a mental health journey that starts blurring the lines of reality and fantasy. Verticals are absolutely on the come up, so to have a Black queer vertical thriving in the way Unrequited has is inspiring. The drama series premiered back in March of 2025 exclusively on Slay Media's social media, and is poised to be 52 episodes strong. 52. The team and cast are star-studded, and Josh Thrasher, the creator, has a hit on his hands, okay? Season 1 consisted of 18 episodes, and Season 2 was announced back in February, alongside a Seed and Spark campaign raising funds to support the production of The Vertical. You can watch all the episodes of Season 1 now on TikTok by searching Unrequited the series on the app. Get into it, family. We got to support our creators out here. They're finding ways to create and reach audience. That's what this life is all about. You got to build audience and find a way to get there. Feature films cost a lot of money to make, and these verticals might be a way in to show bigger players and investors that you got an audience who would yearn for a feature film length production. Child, we all out here just trying to figure it out. Congratulations just on this great success. I'm going to be watching today. I sure am. I hope you do too. For our final story today, we got to talk about BET's 4th annual Black and Iconic Soirée, which was this past Saturday, and it truly was iconic. I've seen the pictures. I've seen the video. It was definitely iconic. The Black and Iconic Soirée is an annual event that celebrates the brilliance and impact of the Black LGBTQ plus and ally community. And this year's soirée was hosted by the Emmy Award nominated Laverne Cox. The honorees this year include Procter & Gamble's Chief Communications Officer, Damon Jones, who received the Executive Realness Award. I love these names, child. And I love Black people, okay? Executive Realness Award sounds just like out of a ball. Politician and host of the Jason Lee Show, Jason Lee, was awarded the Culture Trailblazer Award for his work in delivering news to the community. Actor, advocate, and ballroom icon Marquise Vision Balenciaga received the Active Advocate Award. I remember watching Marquise in The Aggressives. And when I was growing up, The Aggressives was the documentary to watch. And I remember him in that. And so to see his whole journey, child, it's amazing, truly. Now, he received the Active Advocate Award. And last, but certainly not ever least, actress T.S. Madison received the prestigious Miss Majors Pioneer of the Year Award, an award that earned its name from the beloved Black transgender activist, Stonewall veteran, and honestly, a friend to us here on this show and at E3 Radio, Miss Major Griffin Gracie. Now, what's also special is that T.S. Madison received the award on T.S. Madison Day in Washington, D.C. The city gifted her a day in honor of her advocacy and service for the trans community. In a brief message to her supporters on Instagram, T.S. Madison said, quote, "Thank you to all who have been with me on this journey all these years," end quote. And this year in particular, she has been through so much. She deserves all the flowers. Okay, so congratulations to all the honorees of this year's Black and Iconic Soirée. Now it's time for Anna's Got a Word, because Anna's always got a word. And I'm recording this episode on Memorial Day. We're going to drop it on Memorial Day. And today's a day that we remember the veterans who gave their lives to protect this country's freedoms, right? Which in this moment seems so ironic, given that this country is stealing freedoms away from their citizens every single day. And it is in this moment that I'm just reminded that I have to find the fun. I have got to find the fun in this life. We must. It is mandatory, okay? So family, I'm gonna go find me some fun, and I want you to do the same. This work is heavy sometimes. Even today's episode started off with a heavy story. And there's so much joy in this community, and finding fun, even the fleeting happiness, right, is so important. It is so important. It's so critical. And we've been filming content for Pride Month. As I look to activate this Substack, looking to grow to those 10,000 subscribers, getting more paid subscribers so that we can do more work, so that we can survive, so we can make up for the losses that have come because of all of these cuts. It is so much fun. We have had such a good time over the last 2 weekends doing this work. I can't wait for you all to see the content. I can't wait for y'all to see the videos. And I hope that you all see that we're having fun doing it. I love being queer. I love being a lesbian. I love supporting queer things, okay? And I want that fun to show through this work. And I want us to all be encouraged by it. So here's the message. Find some fun. Life is heavy. Life is heavy. So I want y'all to go find some fun. Till next week. Peace. If you've enjoyed what you heard, rate and review us inside your favorite podcasting app. This podcast is written and produced by me, Anna Deshawn. Podcast editing by Ryan Woodhall. And brought to you by E3 Radio and distributed on The Cube. We are Queer News Done Right.